welcome to Bottoms Down, Chair Yoga for Everyone, the slow and short series. I'm Carol. I'm glad you've joined our community. In this series, we'll move our bodies a little more slowly, and the classes will last less than 30 minutes. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. Don't forget it's free, and we'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment. In today's practice, we'll explore poses for self-care. You'll need your chair and a block or a substitute for today's class. If you don't have a block, don't worry about it. I'll show you what to do without the block. Let's get started. We're going to move forward in our chair, and I want you to feel both of your feet grounded to the earth, equally weighted, not leaning in or out. And the same thing with those sits bones. So we want to feel both of those sits bones on the chair and not lean one way or the other. We're going to pull the abdominals in and lift up through the heart. Pull the shoulders down out of the ears. Flip your palms up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes and just breathe. So we take just a moment to connect to the breath, feeling your natural inhalation and exhalation. And now let's elongate the breath, inhaling a little more deeply, exhaling a little more completely. Go ahead and breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your intentions for today's practice. Bring your hands down by your thighs, open your eyes, and we're going to shrug our shoulders up into our ears. And then we're going to let those shoulders just fall. We're going to do that again. Shoulders shrug up into the ears, and they just fall. Let's do one more like that. Shrug and release. Good. Take your right ear and let it fall towards your right shoulder. Reach up with your right hand and lay it lightly on the head. Nice and gentle. Opposite arm extends out towards the wall beside you. Flex the wrist. Push through the palm. One more breath. Bring the hand down. Take the hand off of your head. Lift your head up. Let's do the other side. Let your ear fall towards your shoulder. So just hold this for a couple of moments. Lift with the left hand, place it on your head lightly. Opposite arm extends, flex through the wrist, push the palm towards the wall beside you. One more breath. Bring the hand down. Take the hand off of your head. Lift your head up. Oh, how does that feel? Pretty good stretch, right? So next we're going to move into a cow pose and a cat pose. But before we do that, I want us to sit on our hands. So we're going to take the palms facing up, and you're going to sit on each of your palms. Do you feel the pointy bones that you're sitting on? They're sits bones. Now, I want you to rock your hips back, lifting up through the chest. Did you feel what happened to those sits bones? They went back, didn't they? Now we're going to pull our belly button into our spine. We're going to tuck our chin and roll forward. Do you feel what's happening to those sits bones now? They're rocking forward. Let's do that again. Do you feel it? Rocking back and rocking forward. Okay, so now go ahead and bring your hands out from underneath your seat, okay? But I want you to still think about those sits bones. Do you feel them now a little bit more on the chair? Okay. Moving into cow pose, take your thumbs to the back wall, squeeze your shoulder blades behind you, look up a little bit, feel that stretch through the chest, right? The pectorals, the sternum, all of those muscles are stretching. Now, we're going to pull the belly button in towards the spine. We're going to take our hands and place them on our thighs, tuck your chin, and round that spine to looking down at your belly button. We're going to do that again. Lift up into your cow pose. That's your inhale. And then exhale, round down into your cat pose. Let's do that again. Inhale into cow pose. Exhale into cat pose. Last time. Up we go. And release. Let's grab a sip of water. So we're going to move into a seated triangle pose. Now we will be using our block in this particular series. If you don't have a block, don't worry about it. It's fine. I'll show you what to do without it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our right knee and we're going to do a heel and a toe and a heel and a toe. So now this leg is at a diagonal. This leg stays right where it is. Okay, so we've got that knee in alignment with that ankle. Bring your arms out to the side. Now, just your ribs. I want you to upper body to move over. You're just moving at the rib cage. Do you feel that? And let's come center. And let's do that again. Upper body is moving and center. Let's do that one more time. And come center. Bring your hands back down. Let's bring that leg in. And then we're going to do the other side. Okay? So let's take this left knee. We're going to do a heel and a toe and a heel and a toe. So again, checking in on the alignment. We want the knee and the ankle and the hip to be in alignment. Bring the arms up. Moving just the upper body, right at the ribs. We're going to bring those ribs over and center. Again. And center. One more time. And release. Okay, so bring that foot in. Now, if you have your block, you're going to go ahead and grab it, and you're going to place it right here by your chair leg. So when we heel toe our foot out, the block is going to be on the outside of that leg. Okay? So let's do that. Let's go ahead and do a heel and a toe and a heel and a toe. So now we've got this leg in alignment. Our block is here, right on the outside. Now, if you don't have your block, you're just going to use your leg. So your hand will stay on that leg. Okay, so let's come up. We're going to do the same thing, just the upper body moves right at the ribs. Now, this hand is going to come down to the block. And if you don't have the block, it's going to come down to the leg. Okay? You see what I'm doing there? So I've got a little support. I'm opening. So my wrist, my shoulder, and my wrist are in alignment. One more breath here. Now, you're going to release and come up into a seated position. There's a little power move there, right? And bring those hands down and bring that leg in. Okay, so checking in, how did that feel? We're going to the other side now. Okay, so this leg is going to heel toe out 2 times. Remember, get that alignment. Put your block here. Arms come out. Just at the ribs, the upper body moves only. We're going to let that hand fall down to that block. And we're going to open. Nice and open, right? So don't let yourself sink down into this pose. Make sure you're lifting up. You've got to use your abdominal muscles and your side waist muscles to do that, don't you? I feel it too. One more breath and up we go. Bring the ribs in and release. Okay, so now the final thing we're going to do. So let's do a heel toe 2 times on that right side. Now, pick your block up and place it on the inside of that leg. Okay, so instead of out there, it's going to be here. So do you see what's happening, right? We're going to be twisting even more. Only if it feels good. Only if it feels good. All right, up we go. So now, upper body only. Remember, we're moving right at those ribs. Now we're going to tip down into that triangle pose. And now my hand's going to be on the inside of that leg. If it's okay on your neck, you can look up. If that doesn't feel good, you're going to look out. We have one more breath. Okay, press back up into your triangle. Bring those ribs center. Bring the hands down. Okay, let's grab the block. Bring that foot in. Then we're going to the other side. Here we go. Heel toe, heel toe. Now that block's going to be on the inside of that foot. Let's come up, bring those arms up. Now upper body only, right? Now, let that hand come down and open. Looking up if that feels okay on your neck. Looking out if that feels better. Side waist and belly are tight. One more breath. Press back up. Bring those ribs center and release. Okay. So now we are going to, so keep your block right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to move back. So the seat of the chair is right here between our legs. And then you're going to place that block there. Now if you don't have the block, your arm is just going to go into the chair, okay? But if you have the block, what you're going to do is you're going to begin to let your heart fall forward, right? You can hold on to the legs for support. You can hold on to the chair for support. Either is fine. Now, I'm going to take my left arm and I'm going to place it right on the block and I'm going to open up that right arm. So it's a twist, a seated forward fold, straddled forward fold with a twist. Bring that hand down and then we're going to open it up the other side. We're going to bring that hand down. Now let's go ahead and lift up. So if you're using your block, you can do it again with the block. If you want to try it, we're going to put that block down under our chair and we're going to try to do it just in the seat of the chair. Only if it works, okay? Are we ready? So let's come forward first. Remember, my hands are resting on that thigh, on that chair, excuse me. Now, let's do it on the other side first. So we're going to put our right arm down. Notice that my arm is on the chair, my palm is facing down, and I'm twisting. So that left arm is lifting up towards the ceiling. I'm looking up if that feels okay, or I'm looking out. We're going to bring that hand back down, and we're going to twist the other way. We're going to bring that hand back down. Lift your heart up. Heel toe those feet back together. And grab a sip of water. We're going to come to standing behind our chair. Okay, so my hands are on the back of the chair. And what I want you to do is heel toe your feet a little bit wide. So it's a heel, toe, heel, toe. So if they can be a little wider than the chair legs, that's best. I'm holding on to the chair. Bend at your knees. Push your hips back behind you. So my knees are in alignment with my toes. My knees are bent. My hips are back and my heart is lifted. You're going to leave your right hand on the chair and you're going to bring your left hand up to your chest. So one hand at heart. Now, if it feels okay and you feel stable, you're going to take your right hand and place it on your belly. Take several deep breaths in and out. Let's go ahead and bring our hands back to the chair, straighten the legs, and then we're going to come in and take just a little break. Okay. So we're going to do that again. And so let's go ahead and get into it. So a heel and a toe, and a heel and a toe. All right. Now, you're going to bend those knees just like we did last time. Push your hips back behind you, right? So if you want to see what that looks like, so see I'm bending my knees, but my hips are going back. Do you see what's happening there? My hands are on that chair. Okay? Can you go any deeper? I know, right? Goddess pose. Okay. So now, instead of the right hand, so we'll switch it up, right? So now this hand is going to go to the heart. And then if you can, you're going to let go of the chair and bring the other hand to the belly. And you're going to take 2 deep breaths. One more. Bring your hands back to the chair, straighten the legs, and you're going to bring those feet back in. How did that feel? So you feel your legs working pretty hard, your abdominals are working pretty hard. Yeah. So now we're going to do a little stretching for those. So this one, it feels really good. This is called thread the needle. You're going to stay behind your chair. I'm going to turn my chair so that you can see me a little bit better. Got to move my stuff. So you're behind your chair and you're going to take just a little step back. Your arms are straight. We're going to take our left hand and we're going to bring it up towards the ceiling. And see how I'm moving my right at the ribs, that's twisting. And then we're going to bring this hand and we're going to bring it underneath, palm faces up, and then we're kind of twisting the other way. So let's do that just like that again before we add on. Up we go, And then we're bringing that hand underneath. Palm is facing up and we're twisting the other way. And then let's come up and take just a break. Okay, so now we're going to bend our knees as we do that. So as I come up, I'm going to bend the opposite knee. So let's do that. We're coming up with that hand and I'm bending that knee. Do you see what's happening there? I'm twisting through the side waist. It should feel really good. Nice little stretch here. Now, as I come through, straighten both of your legs. Then I'm going to bend the other knee as my arm comes through and I'm twisting. And then I'm straightening my legs. My arm is going to come through and up again. And I'm going to bend that right knee. My left arm is up. My right knee is bent. I'm going to bring that arm through. Straighten both of your legs. Palm is facing up. Now my left knee is bending as I'm looking to the right. And center. Let's do that one more time. All right, let's come up and take just a little break. So now we have to do it the other way, okay? So you're still behind your chair. I'm still out here so you can see me a little bit better. So instead of that left arm coming up, it's going to be the right arm. So let's not bend the knees to start with, okay? So that right arm comes up. And then we're going to bring that arm through. Palm is facing up as the upper body twists and I bring that arm through. Yeah. So now my right ear is kind of down towards the chair. Then we're going to lift it up. Bring that arm through, palm faces up. And release. Okay, so now we're going to bend the knees. Are we ready? Right arm comes up, left knee bends. My left ear is towards the chair. Now that arm is going to come through, swing it through. Now bend that other knee and look up. Let's come through, bending that left knee, up we go. That right arm is lifted. And then we're going to come through. One more time, up we go. Bring it through. And release. Very good. Okay, let's come to seated. And grab a sip of water. We're going to heel toe our feet 2 times. Out, heel, and toe. So we've got a little bit of a wide stance here. Now you're going to hold your chair and you're just going to let those knees come forward. Or fall together, I should say. Now if you want to bring your feet a little closer so the legs touch, probably best. I feel a little more stable that way. Internally rotating in those hips. You feel that? Okay. Now, I want you to bring your arms wide. And we're going to take that right arm on top and you're going to hug yourself. Now, I want you to let your head fall and look down at your arms, or kind of at your lap, I guess I should say. Let that head fall too. Feel that stretch. Let's come up and open. Now the other arm is going to go on top, okay? So now the left arm is on top. Hug yourself. Let your head fall. Looking down at your arms or your lap, feeling the stretch. One more breath. Go ahead and come up And bring those heels and toe back together. That's called constructive rest. Feels kind of good to me. All right, very good. So we're going to bring our hands back behind our head and the elbows are wide. Squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you. Feeling like you're lifting up through the heart, feet are grounded to the earth. Now, we're going to pull ourselves, let ourselves release, right? Kind of let your arms fall between your legs. Palms are facing down. So this is a seated child's pose. We're going to do that again. Hands behind the head, lift up, and then come back into that seated child's pose. Now, just hang out here for a moment, feeling that stretch, and then we're going to come up and take just a moment. So the final thing of this, the seated child's pose, instead of just kind of being here, if you want, you're going to fall a little deeper between those legs. So your arms are coming a little further down and you're letting yourself just kind of fall a little bit more. If that doesn't feel good in your back or whatever, you're going to stay here and it's fine. Okay? So we're just going to do that one more time with that little extra child's pose. So come up first. So I've widened my legs just a little bit to give me space to fall between my legs. Okay? Squeeze those shoulder blades. Okay, we ready? Here we go. Release into that child's pose. Maybe it's a little deeper child's pose. Tuck your chin, roll it up. We've got one more. That's it. Last time. And down. Just one more breath. And up we go. Okay, very good. So I'm going to bring my feet back together. Now, this is like a seated twist series. So I'm going to bring my arms up into my goalpost arms. Now I'm going to take my right arm and I'm going to bring it across. And then I'm going to open. And then I'm going to bring my other arm and I'm going to cross. Okay. And then we're going to open and release. Now, if you have your block, you're going to grab that block. If you don't have it, it's fine. Don't worry about it. But if you have the block, you're going to grab it and you're going to put it in your right hand, okay? So we're going to come back into those goalpost arms. So if you don't have it, you're going to do just what we just did. Otherwise, here we go. We're going to come across, we're going to grab that block, and then we're going to open. I did that wrong. So now, take this hand, come all the way across the body. That's what I meant to do. Grab the block and open. Now, this hand is going to come all the way across. We're going to grab that block and we're going to open. That's what I was wanting to do. And let's do that again. All the way across, grab the block and open. Come across the body, grab that block and open. Can we do one more on each side? I know, I feel it too. Come across, grab a nice little stretch for the side waist. I feel it in my back a little bit. Come across the body, grab the block and open and release. How'd that feel? You feel those arms a little bit, right? A little stretch. Okay, let's place that block back under our chair. And we're going to move into crescent lunge. So take your right knee and open it. Let your left knee fall down towards the floor. Push the foot back behind you. You're up on those back toes. Maybe you straighten this leg a little bit if that works for you. So you see how I'm kind of pushing the back of my kneecap to the ceiling? Look over that front knee. Bring your arms to goalpost. Then you're going to reach around and hug yourself. Lift your elbows up towards the ceiling. Bring the elbows down. Hands to chair. Let's release that. And then we're going to do it again on the other side. The other hand on top for our hugging ourselves, all right? So engage that leg again. Goalpost arms. Hug yourself with the other arm on top. Elbows lift to the ceiling. Elbows come back down. Hands to chair and release. Face forward. Okay? How'd that feel? Everybody all right? Okay, we got to do the other side now. So we're going to take this knee and open it wide first. Now we're going to let our right knee fall down towards the floor. Maybe you push that foot back a little bit. Stay up on those toes if you can. Goalpost arms. Reach around and hug yourself. Elbows to the ceiling. Elbows back down. Open your arms wide. Hug yourself with the other arm on top. Elbows up to the ceiling. Elbows back down. Release, grab your chair, and face forward. We're going to scoot back in our chair. Place our hands lightly on our thighs. Flip your palms up to the ceiling. Moving into Shavasana pose. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And a full, complete, cleansing breath out.
Love and courage. Lead with love. Follow through with courage. In each new situation, before saying anything, before doing anything, ask yourself, how can you live this from a perspective of love and courage? Such a perspective won't necessarily make things easier. You're likely to take on more challenges, to put forth more effort. Yet you'll be attending to precisely those things that make life rich and meaningful. You'll be focused on all you love and care about, with the courage to make a positive difference. In a world that often seems to be awash in fear and complacency, choose to live at a higher level. Allow life's goodness to shine through all you do. Think, act, and feel from a place of love, and live out that love with the courage it deserves.
Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with the right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with your hands. Give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with the left hand. Give the head a gentle tug. Press that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Click that subscribe button, leave me a comment, and I will see you next time.